Happy birthday, dear Vangie. Happy birthday to you. May the good Lord
But beyond the years, it's the life within those years that we celebrate. And thank you for your acts of service. You've shown us what it means to live with purpose, with integrity, and with kindness. Here's to your incredible journey, to the legacy you continue to build, and to the love that surrounds you today and always. So on behalf of all of us here, happy 109th birthday. You are a true, true inspiration.
Thank you so much for those kind words.
You're
You
welcome.
overwhelmed me.
Okay. Would you like to say something?
I want to thank all of you for coming. These celebrations have been overwhelming to me. But you know what? I think I deserve them. I worked hard. All of you, Social Security, through I must say, AARP has been an inspiration to me. They trained me how to go to Congress and fight for the seniors, the veterans, and anyone that is sick to come to the Wellness Center. We deserve help, and we're getting it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ms. Vangie. And again,
You met Carlos P. Romulo.
Yes,
How was he like?
he was very good. Uh-huh.
What do you remember about him as a person? What was his personality?
He was very fair. He was very fair. And when he retired, they had a party for me, and they said, you know, you'll be getting U.S. dollars.
So you also got to meet President Quezon back.
Yes, I took dictation from President Quezon. And you know how I got that? Yes, I did. It was his birthday, and the embassy here was supposed to be a holiday. We were all ready to go to the beach, dressed and everything. About 9 o'clock, they called and said, Vangie, the president needs somebody for dictation. I said, what? They said, yeah, be ready. The car's on the way. They'll pick you up. So we got to the, he was at Malacanang in the Shore Hotel. And I got there and lined up. He had the Ilocano thing, the different he had stacks of telegrams because it was his birthday. And I was taking in American, and he said, you sign yours, Casey. And the other guys, you know, they had one of the other Ilocanos and the North and the South invitations all wishing him a birthday. And the doorbell would ring at the Shore Motel. It was called the Little Malacanang, and his family was there. And when the phone would ring or the doorbell would ring, somebody would be sending him a cake or a telegram, and he would answer each telegram, you know.
Is that how you started working for Quezon?
Yeah, that's when I worked for Quezon.
How long did you work for him?
Not too long, because the Philippines in 1942 became part of the American war.
And then when you worked for the Pentagon, what did you do?
I worked in the office of personnel. I was very efficient in taking shorthand. At that time, there were only 3 professions for women. You either be a nurse or a school teacher or commercial. Well, when I graduated from high school in New York, I graduated from high school here. I was on a scholarship for commercial. And I was very efficient in taking shorthand. So I was in demand because nobody could take it real fast, and you had to have the high security, because a lot of this with the United States was with the gold bullion and the sugar and the lumber.
All you had was a pen and a paper.
Yes, I had, all of that was recorded for the United States and the Philippines. And I took charge of that. But my scholarship took charge of my security, so I had high security. I would take for anybody that needed anything confidential. I would take the notes next day, and they would right away. They needed the notes, and I was very efficient at that. So I was in demand. There were very few people who had high security and who could take notes real fast. So.
How long did you work for the Pentagon?
34 years.
Wow. And you retired from the Pentagon?
I retired from the Pentagon as, when I retired to the Pentagon.
The secretary.
As just an employee, that's all. I worked in the Office of Secretary of Defense, but I took care of promotions for flag officers. And you'd be surprised how many signatures you had to have. And everybody put, yes or no, or whatever they thought against against whoever was to receive a promotion, demotion, or transfer. That's what I did. I handled all those promotionals for flag officers. I was very busy in all the years. When I retired, I joined AARP when I was 75 years old, after I had retired from the Pentagon. And they trained me, so I would go to Congress and fight for Social Security, for anything for seniors and veterans. So I kept going, to attending meetings and everything. And in Southeast Washington, there is a building called Congress Heights Senior Home. It's still in operation. And when they built that, I was instrumental in getting the land was there, but we needed the money. So we with the help of under AARP, I would go to Congress and tell them we would write how many veterans, how many seniors they had in there, And they were too busy to do it, so they were glad. And that's how we got Social Security and veterans benefits.
And so
And when they built that building, under the mayor's name, my name is on the main building, and the building is still in existence. It's called the Congo Heights Senior Veteran, Senior.
Congressional Heights. Congressional Heights.
so it's still existing, right? The building.
The building is still there and operating.
How would you describe your life, having lived more than a century?
I did in all those my honors. I got my awards for Social Security. For AARP, for Social Security and the veterans. I got the highest award as a volunteer because I would go to Congress in the group and we will fight. We will talk to the senators and the representatives. We will give them papers on because they can't do the research. ARP will do the research, and we will leave it there so the congressman can read it, and he will vote for the veterans and Social Security. That's how we work it out in Congress.
Yeah. So what would be your biggest advice for especially Filipino Americans to live a long life?
About life?
Long life.
To live a long life, like 100 years old.
Enjoy life. Life is dear. And we're all God's children. Believe in what you believe. And do what's good. You know what's good, right from wrong. That's going to help the population.
And what's the biggest thing you've learned in your life that you want the younger generation to know or to learn from you?
Save for your future because you don't know what it's going to be. Don't just buy just because it's something new. Think of the future. Today will take care of itself. It's tomorrow you have to be afraid of.
You made my day. You made my day. You made my day. Oh, day. You made my day. You made my day.